How's it going, everyone? It's your man, Lost Disciple, the voice box of the underground of YouTube. And everything that we all once thought we knew has turned out to be one big, fat lie. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then let me give you a quick roundup of some information. So, about 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago, Ruby Rose posts on Twitter screenshots of an alleged obsessed fan that has spent $62,000 in 1 month to her and sent her, I guess, met up with her at a fan meeting or something, or some place that an event that Ruby Rose happened to be at. He got a picture of her, ended up getting her tattoo, and was obsessively texting her these crazy messages. I went over all this in the video, so if you haven't watched it, it'll probably be like a little blip you can click on right now to watch that video if you're not sure, and then you can come back to this one before you find out more information. But for those of you that know what the hell is going on, this shouldn't sound like anything new to you, at least. So it turns out that this actually was one big marketing stunt. Now let me get into this. So this guy, that we thought was Brandon, ends up on a no jumper interview with Adam 22, and he's talking about the whole, like, the whole story from his point of view. And it turns out that this guy actually was kind of like an actor almost, or they paid Ruby Rose's marketing team paid him to basically be like used in some sort of advertisement, but he wasn't. From what he said, he wasn't shown what exactly he would be working in. They just told him like, "Hey, we'll give you some money for you to be part of this, but we're not sure like what it is." Or I guess it's probably what they told the guy. Or he didn't even think to ask questions. He just said yeah, and probably just he ended up actually getting a tattoo of Ruby Rose on the back of his leg. That part is real. He really did get that tattoo. He got the tattoo for the marketing stunt, and then he got like the picture done and stuff like that. But that's what he said. All he knew about it was just getting the tattoo and taking the picture and whatnot. He didn't know he was gonna be made into some porn addicted fucking simp, like literally like giga simp, a rich crypto billionaire giga simp at that, actually, because it turns out he doesn't actually have any money in crypto, and all that like mumbo jumbo is actually fabricated to make basically more people know about Ruby Rose's OnlyFans account. And he went on to describe how this was all some elaborate scheme that he himself had no idea was even like going on after he did those events. It wasn't until I believe he went into like some store, and the guy there, I was like, oh, like, aren't you this guy? Because more and more people are like finding out about this. And he was like, no, but like it started to concern him because he started to hear more and more about it, so he decided to look into it. And that's when he found out that he had been labeled into a, like I said, porn addicted crypto billionaire and an obsessive fan of Ruby Rose. And he said all of that is not true. Well, from what he says. And then there was one thing I didn't even know this piece of evidence even existed when I was originally going over the story. This is something I just learned, but apparently, right, there is a documentary series of like people that are addicted to pornography that had released in 2009. And apparently, that show had a character named Brandon that looked just like that guy, or very similar to that guy, and they used him as the basis of the character that would be obsessive of Ruby Rose, the guy that appeared in that 2009 documentary series. So they based this whole character off someone that was in this documentary series. And apparently this was found out because once more and more people seen this guy, since it was brought to public attention, there's got people in there that like to lurk and dig through people's backgrounds and find out more about that person. So they eventually found that, and that was kind of added as more evidence that this guy is legit because he was on, or what it seemed like, the puppy just barked, or what it seemed like he was on a documentary series for something almost the exact same thing that he's being exposed for, say, on Ruby Rose's Twitter. So it made the whole thing more believable. Then once he found that out, I guess he must have reached out to Adam 22 and was like, okay, I got to clear the water because this shit is making me look horrendous. Like, and that's the thing that kind of sucks is that like even though he agreed to it, so like you can't get super like be like it's not his. Jesus, bro, they just bro, puppies just don't care. They'll just knock and fuck with everything. It's just part of having a puppy, but damn, made me lose my train of thought. Oh, like you can't not say it's not entirely his fault, and you like can't have too much sympathy, but it does suck because like he had no idea that his image was gonna be turned and twisted like this. And one thing, especially like once you're known or you're associated with something horrendous such as this, it's gonna take a long time for people to either forget about it or everyone learns that that wasn't actually true. But there is one group of people out there celebrating right now, and that's definitely Ruby Rose and her friends and her marketing team because they definitely pulled a trick on us, or their advertisement worked so well because nobody saw through it, and it just worked. And I'm definitely sure she definitely got a lot more people to subscribe to her OnlyFans out of this whole thing. People that would have never even known who she was probably knows who she is now. So yeah, it's safe to say that she definitely got a bag off of this. So somebody came out victorious, but and you got to make a bag of someone else's misery. And this guy is definitely gonna live a pretty miserable life. As for the tattoo, he did say that he was gonna keep it. He's not gonna get no laser removal surgery. And when people ask about it, he's just gonna say it's an old ex-girlfriend of his. So that kind of sucks. Also, I think he asked for like $20,000 and he only got like 13, or I don't even think he got any of it. I know that he just definitely got the shitty end of the stick, and he's gonna have to definitely work on his self-image now. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like. If you disliked it, drop a dislike, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.